the DC game. Let's fucking go.
Peace out.
Welcome, everybody. This is Absolute Reports, where we bring you comic book knowledge on the absolute books from the absolute universe, basically from DC Comics. Now,
Yep.
I'm joined by Robert. Welcome to the channel. This is the first time I've done this with him, so guys, so this is going to be really interesting. We're talking about Absolute Flash and Absolute Martian Manhunter, and we might do another book to spice it up a little bit more towards the end. But Robert, if you're ready, I'm ready.
Give me one moment. Just give me one moment. I'll load it up and boom.
Ooh, so this is the cover. Was there any other variant covers? I just wanted to ask.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean, actually, no, there were, yes, but hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let me see if that where they were, because hold on. Oh yeah, there was plenty of them. Hold on.
Ooh.
Just a sec. Let me share that.
Hey Phil, what's up?
Here we go.
All right, let's see this. Ooh. Now, this is something I like.
Oh, wrong one. Yep.
I like that cover.
Here's this cover.
Not too bad.
There we go.
That one I like. I like that one.
That's the UK one.
Yes, the UK one.
Yep, second print. This is the second printing cover.
Okay.
Same one, but foil.
And then the main one.
Yep, that's all of them.
Cool. So let's go to the scans.
Yep, let's go back to the scan.
Okay, let me head to the stage. Here we go.
Yep. Already loving the artwork here.
I love it.
Yep. Opening up with go ahead.
I was gonna say the first thing I noticed on this panel is the Speed Force. Instantly, first page.
Yep.
Like Robert. Go ahead.
I would say, the Speed Force is there and everything.
Yes. I gotta ask you though, Robert, when you first read this, what was your feeling about this? Because for me, I was a bit confused.
I was just given all of the other Absolute books. I looked into this and was like, okay, let's see. Let's see what changes they're going to do here. Is this going to be more drastic changes or more broad changes? That's what I went into going into this.
Yes. And I was like, when I saw this panel, I was like, whoa, like confused, but also amazed with the artwork and the dialogue as well from each individual box. Do you mind if you could zoom it in on the panel?
Let's see if I can. I don't think I'd be able to. Nope. Hold on.
Okay.
Is there a way? Oh, yeah, there is. Which panel?
So this last bit at the bottom. So he's
all of his dialogue, all the dialogue just like, this is all messed up. I've ruined everything. I can't go back. I have to keep going, keep running. When he finds out he's literally gonna kill me. And where's the man now? Everything's messed up. Everything's pointless now. I messed up so bad.
Yeah, he's like talking really, really fast.
Because what do you expect? He literally just got speed powers.
But you know what's interesting about this is they jump into this. There's no like.
In media res and everything.
Yeah, he immediately got the powers.
Yep, but then we obviously jump back there. I mean, again, it's the notion of being. That's what media res means. Like right in the middle of.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know
that's the actual literary term in media res. You know, like
That's
when you
cool
open
thing.
up in the middle of action and it says, how did we get here? Well, it all started a while ago.
Right, yeah. That's the cool thing about the Absolute.
Oh, yeah. Again, that's one thing I've been loving about Absolute. It's the artwork.
It's just the artwork. It's like this was like, I was like, dude, this is one shot that I think grabs my attention to Flash.
I've seen many artistic interpretations of the Speed Force, and this is up there.
Yes.
Now, I wouldn't say it's the absolute greatest take on the Speed Force, but it's up there.
It's up there. It's up there. Like, I'm not a Flash fan, but just seeing the artwork, it just shows that DC can make changes that can work.
Yep, as he's now singing back to 2 days ago.
2 days ago, yeah.
And his mind, he's more speaking to himself, like, you're Wally West. You're 15 years old. Like, his mind is trying to get things, in order.
So he's trying to process it.
Exactly. So that's why he's looking back. And yeah, you are completely and totally alone. I knew it was only a matter of time. Things have been okay for a while, but I could feel it coming again. Oh, so basically, in other words, he's a troubled kid. Now, I would say this. Jeff Lemire, this is reminding me when Jeff Lemire did his Teen Titans Earth 1. But here, it's obviously very different. He's only focusing on one character and not a bunch of them. And the whole point is to be as drastically different.
Is that a good thing that he's focusing on one character and not?
Oh, yeah. When he did Teen Titans, he was redefining so many of them.
Okay. But for him to focus on one character, you think it's best?
It's better.
Okay.
Because trust me, it's better than if he was given Absolute Teen Titans, for example, because then it would just be Earth 1 all over again.
Right. I get
I'm not saying that was bad, but it was definitely the weakest of the Earth 1 books, in my opinion.
Yeah, I have to agree with you.
You ever read it?
I did read Absolute Teen Titans. And
No. Teen Titans Earth 1, that's what I said.
Sorry. What I meant to say, sorry, my bad.
That's all right. It's all right, dude. It's all right.
Earth 1.
Earth 1, yeah.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah, Earth 1 Teen Titans. I read that book. It wasn't better than Batman or Superman, in my opinion.
Right, but it was the weakest of them. Let's be honest. They changed too much.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Now granted, the salvaging thing for the first one was Terry Dots's artwork, but they didn't even have that for the second book.
Yes.
That was the big problem. The second book didn't even have that great artwork.
But this has artwork in this book, in the Absolute books, and already what engages me, like obviously I was confused at first, but what engages me is in the dialogue.
Oh yeah, the dialogue is it's Jeff Lemire. Jeff Lemire's always done great dialogue, and like he did he took over New 52 Green Arrow. He did hold on, let me just get a good list of everything he's done. I want to make sure I get it right.
I've never read New 52 Green Arrow, just to let you know, Robert.
Oh, that was good. Hold on. He's known for the book, the series Black Hammer at Dark Horse.
Okay.
He worked on the last Superboy arc run before New 52. Oh, New 52 Animal Man.
Okay, that's interesting.
He did also. He took after the first arc. He took over New 52, the first Justice League Dark, the initial run of it. Justice League United. The Terrifics.
The Terrifics?
That was that DC Dark Matter book that had Mr. Terrific, Plastic Man, Invisible Girl, and Metamorpho, and they were like the DC's Fantastic Four.
That's another book I've never read. So
yeah, trust me, it's one of those books that's gone up there. Hold on.
Okay, I'll definitely have to check those books out. Then I'll definitely see if I can get them for free comic book day if I can.
Possibly. Hold on a second. Let me get a good image. There we go. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Yep, hold on. Just to show you for the Terrifics.
Okay, let me just make sure.
Yep,
Hey,
this
what's
shows.
up, Jared?
Hey, Jared. This group. Does this look familiar? Have you seen this image before? Like when people have talked about Mr. Terrific in the gun movie.
Oh yes. So the design for this definitely resembles some James Gunn's Superman. I can see it.
And you could definitely tell that, like I said, that this is clearly DC's Fantastic Four. I mean, come on, Reed, Sue. Okay, they don't have a Johnny, but clearly,
Metamorpho is
both Johnny and Thing together.
Right, yeah.
But back to the book.
But back to the Absolute Flash, issue number 1.
Yep, issue number 1. But yeah, of course, this is where he meets up with Barry. And yeah, Dr. Allen, good friend of his.
Now, when I saw this, I was just like, isn't he supposed to be a forensic scientist?
Obviously, they changed that here.
Yeah. So
I mean, that makes sense, of course. So long as he's still within some type of field that can get access to chemicals and everything.
Yes.
Yep.
So,
but yeah.
But their dialogue here, it's very cool to see the dynamic between Barry and Wally in this.
It's similar to typical Barry and Wally, but obviously in a different context.
Yes.
And the fact that he's the only friend Wally has.
Which is so
especially
good.
When you have to deal with his dad.
Yeah, I'm just like it's nice to see something like this in the Absolute books, like where you see, because you
don't know what to expect. You don't know what to expect.
Yeah, you don't know what you're gonna get in this. Like I wasn't expecting this at all. So
right, but of course the dad is overbearing and everything, and like it says, it's like what was your friends? What friends? There's no one here for me, Dad. So again, the dad is the whole I know what's best for you type.
So overprotecting father, basically.
Not even overprotective. I think he's basically controlling.
Okay.
He's a control freak kind of father. Basically, acting like, basically, Wally's always, in the wrong. Basically, in his eyes, Wally's always in the wrong. He's never doing anything right. He's making excuses. I know it. Like, God knows what was your friend. The fact he assumes he has friends.
Yes.
What does that say? The fact that he assumes he has friends.
It's crazy to think that a parent would actually put his kid in that situation is terrible.
Yep. And the fact that his kid is bored and he's like, I don't care. Phil's character. Deal with it. If you don't, you're in the wrong.
Just crazy.
Yeah. But then we cut back again, as he should never have gone with Barry. Should never have stayed with my dad. Should have just run when I had the chance. So in other words, he's a runaway, and someone's coming looking for him, and it's a boomerang.
Now that's cool.
We got boomerang called they say Jesse. Oh, Lisa. Oh, that's his sister, of course.
What's her name? Golden
Glider.
Golden Glider. That's it. Yeah.
Yep. Just dead or alive for now. So already radically different take on the Rogues. Is that send him for me? Again, the fact that he still doesn't know what's going on, and his mind's just jumping around.
it's like jumping from one day to another. But I also gonna mention the design for the Rogues Gallery, top notch
Yep.
for the Rogue Gallery.
Now we didn't show his dad here. Then it's calming down. It's like it's look. It's about what you saw in the mountain. What did I see? The work they're doing out here, it's dangerous. So yeah, it's a bit overprotective, but at the same time, yes. Again, he wants to be the father figure in his life, and he doesn't like the idea that Wally sees it more in Barry.
Yeah,
it offends him.
In my opinion, I think I feel offended, by for the father treating the son.
Yeah,
I feel offended by that for sure.
Yeah, and the fact that Mom was still alive, we both would have left you a long time ago. Oof.
That's a mean thing to say. That.
Mm-hmm. But then he makes his way over there. Somebody's going wrong with Barry.
Oh no.
Yep. But then cut back to present again as
the Rogues.
Yeah, the Rogues are coming after him. And again, they want him alive at least, so it's not that bad. But then we're cutting back and forth as time is obviously intersecting.
This definitely reminds me of Crisis on Infinite Earths film.
In many ways, but then Barry is dead.
Now that surprised me. I was not expecting this.
I did because I read the interviews where Lemire said this is supposed to be the Flash without the legacy.
I get that because I never read the interviews.
Or I get it. I'm just saying that's why I understood. I was expecting it, just not this extreme.
No, I was not expecting this extreme to be death, but
yep. And then we have a jump 1 year later as someone is coming to Project Olympus, and who is that? Not exactly sure. The Mirror Master. Duh. Mirror on the wall. Time to make this whole world fall.
He reminds me of Oz from
Mr. Oz.
Comics.
Yeah, Mr. Oz. Yeah, he kind of does. But the fact it's Mirror Master, I am surprised they're going this way.
Yes.
But yeah, that went by a lot, no pun intended, a lot faster than I saw it.
But it was a good, when I read this, it was a good read. Mm-hmm. Definitely from start to finish, I felt bad for Wally because he has no friends. His father is treating him badly. Barry is his only friend that he has. And then we find out he's gone. Now who's he gonna go to? It's that's the big thing. He's all alone now. And you've got these awesome rogue gallery, the Flash's rogue gallery that's trying to, kidnap him of that ascent. But their design, I really like Sorry, go on.
No, I say wait till the next issue. Next issue shows that there's much more going on here than we think.
Really? Okay.
Oh, big time. Big time. I'll just put it this way. The title is important.
The Flash of Two.
No. In of Two Worlds.
Oh, In of Two Worlds. Okay.
Yeah.
It's definitely cool. The coloring definitely works with this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still iffy on the logo though. I'm still iffy on that.
Yeah, but that's actually going to be what the logo is for his outfit, as you saw.
Right. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, and it's the lightning bolt.
Yeah, it's a lightning bolt. I just feel like this interpretation of the Flash, he will be the cyborg of the Absolute Justice League if they make a Justice League in the future.
Maybe. What makes you say that?
Because he's 15.
So age-wise, all right.
So he'd be young.
Yeah, but
And
that doesn't mean we could have other young ones, is all I'm saying. I mean, yeah,
okay,
so he could be the kid member of it, yeah, but I don't know if that means they'll make him the cyborg.
right, yeah.
The cyborg, if you remember, was closer to ending high school age, so
You're right there. You're definitely right there. But I definitely feel when it comes down to this issue, reading through it, going over the dialogue and everything, I have to give this a really solid 8.5 out of 10. So
yeah.
I think that's my thought on the issue 1. I really wish that there was, because it makes you feel for the character first issue, and it's like brilliant.
And the fact that one of the rogues, Jesse, is trying to say, stop referring to that thing as if it's a person. That already tells you they're looking at him as just a thing.
It's unbelievable.
It's sad.
Yeah, it's very, very sad, and it's really bad. But what would you rate the issue, though, Robert?
For this start, I'd give it a good 7 out of 10. Really gets you going, but at the same, and a lot of the changes are really good, but at the same time, it's also a little with it.
Yeah.
So I'd give it a strong, very strong 7, nearly 8.
Okay.
You know, you get what I mean? It's a good start, but it does feel like you need to read more.
Yeah, it just needs a little bit more to kind of
get it going. No, I would say no. The shock though of what happened to Barry still gets me.
Yeah, that still gets to me as well, and I think a lot of comic book readers would probably say the same thing.
Oh yeah,
but it's like they probably would be surprised by this.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, should we switch over to Absolute Martian Manhunter?
Sure thing. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me just get the variants as well so we can go over those. Alrighty, first, let's go over the covers first.
Okay.
Here's the main cover.
Nice.
Ooh, that's the UK cover.
Why is the UK cover better than?
I don't know. Up, second printing. Up, yep. Here's another one.
Yep.
The foil. Ooh, Gilliam March's cover.
Ooh, that's scary. That is scary.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh. I'll be a blank. Wait, what were we saying?
That one I'm not too sure on. The one you just got.
Given the rest of the artwork in the book, I'm not surprised. I mean, oh. Ugh.
Oh.
Oh, no. Cool. Oh, Daniel Warren Johnson.
That's cool.
Black and white variant. Ugh.
Whoa.
Yep.
And there we go. So those were the covers, guys, for Absolute Martian Manhunter issue 1.
Yep. So let's get into the actual issue.
We'll go into the issue, dive into this. Okay.
Now, keep in mind, though, something here, that there's going to be something in this book that only works best when it's in the physical format, not the
digital format.
Not the digital. Like, it kind of gets lost.
Right.
But and also one thing I'm just so impressed about this book is that it was the one that was 6 issues only. But because of how big it did, it got bumped up to 12, and chances are, if it keeps selling the way it does, it's going to get bumped to an ongoing.
By the way, just before we go into this, dive into this issue, Jared says he gave this flash issue.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Like I said, mine is close to 8. I just bring it down a little bit just because it does feel a little incomplete compared to some of the other issues. In fact, that's probably the one criticism I can give to a lot of the Absolute books is that the first issues were good, but they left a lot more to be desired.
Yes, agreed.
Not that they were bad. They really wanted you to read the next issue, but too much did they want you to read the next issue. There's like trying to get that good balance of you really wanted to read the next issue, but it felt like for some of the Absolute books, especially Flash, you wanted to know more just so because you feel like, wait, that's it? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. When I read like Superman and Batman and
like now that you're getting further along with them, you can get the whole thing. You're like, oh, I get it. But
at the beginning, it's like you want more. You need more.
You need more. Not just you want more. You need more. It just feels like that. Like a little like they cut off right at the moment where it's satisfying.
Exactly.
Again, I'm not saying that's entirely bad, but it does make me why I want to bring. I are judging now. Since the other Absolutes, I'm more judging it by the first 3 issues.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. So let's get into this Absolute Martian Manhunter, shall we?
Yeah, this one. Just look at that. First of all, just the artwork on this is so experimental.
Very experimental, and I really like it. I don't know what it is. I really like it.
Yeah, and basically the whole notion is that an accident happened, and as far as he thinks he's Mr. John Jones. Doesn't realize that part of him is trying to speak out. Basically, like he has a split personality.
Right. Yeah. But when he does the split personality thing, so he has bandages on his face. Mm-hmm. Then you notice that he has the Martian look. And
one eye.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting that they've done the dynamic to symmetrically. So they try to do that, which is brilliant. But in the dialogue, though, very interesting to see how the doctor's telling him, it's a bad, what you've done, with the bandages and all that, and smoke. Even mentioned about smoking is bad for him as well.
Well, you shouldn't be smoking in a hospital.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, everyone's smoking outside.
Unfortunately.
Yep. But but of course, then he's like, his wife is having an affair, and he doesn't know what to do about it. It's like, how do you know? He told you all that. That's unprofessional. And basically, it's like he's already adjusting things and all that, and. Yeah, like how can you be so cool about this? Don't you understand? We almost lost you. But it's not. It's John. It's just so much of this is just interesting. As he's kind of finding a balance here. Like part of him is just accepting it. Another part of him is like again, all of these memories are jumbled up from what happened.
Yes, all these like. These dialogue is very interesting, but also like we said about Flash, the artwork just works in this. Just for some reason, it just works, and that's what sold me on this. It was just the artwork.
Yeah.
But then, go on. You go first.
No, I do like it. Then how it's like he's a workaholic. Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, John is very much a workaholic. How even they're saying like we're going to put you on pay leave, and all that, and all the while he's wondering like why do they do this? What's going on? Like his mind is trying to find balance. And
wow, that was like when I saw this, I was like, whoa, like how did they? That's a bit trippy, Robert. I'm just saying.
Yep, I know, right? But yeah, he's trying to saying like, oh, let me keep on working. Again, his mind is trying to get back to focusing on work. He wants to do all of this. And even though everyone's saying he's like, I'm perfectly fine. Everyone's like, you're not fine. I am fine. You're not fine.
I am fine.
You shouldn't be fine.
But they don't know he's an alien. That's the problem.
Exactly. But he's trying to get things all balanced out and everything. And all that Martian, distant, different, alien. again, his mind is just looking as he's, again, just look at all this. It's so clever writing here.
Very clever writing, and like, you know how the speech bubble is, like it's in square boxes, and
no, that's the inner monologue.
oh, that's the inner monologue. Okay.
Yeah, but when they're in the boxes, those are inner monologues.
Right. So it's very cool, like how it feels 1950-ish.
Yeah, very much so. And I think that's the intent. The intent is going for.
It's very 1950-ish, and you know, I get the dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one, I was like, yes.
And yeah, just like his mind is again trying to adjust. It's basically John's mind is intersecting with stuff that he should be aware of, like his wife and everything. So part of him is looking at it from what he would look at it, but it's like, wait, what the?
Yeah. By the way, Jared is saying the artwork in Absolute Martian Manhunter tour
Took some,
took some used to, but it really grew on him.
Yeah, okay. I can see that. It's very experimental. But here's the big thing I'm worried about. This was meant to be 6 issues. Are they going to be able to hold it out for the 12?
I don't know.
This is not an artwork I could see for a long term.
No, I don't see this being a long-term book either.
Well, no. Like, I could see it being a long-term book, just not with this art style.
Oh.
You get what I mean? Like, they're going to have to change the art style by the time they reach issue 12. Oh, yeah. It really does work for a character like Martian Manhunter. It really does.
Yeah. I'm just like trying to figure out. It's like, for Martian Manhunter, it works. It's just.
But you cannot see this be a long-term. This is a short-term book type of art style.
Yeah, short-term artwork. Yeah, for sure. Now, what I wanted to ask you, Robert,
go ahead,
is so he's smoking.
Yeah.
Isn't Martian Manhunter? Doesn't smoke?
That's okay. Fire obviously would affect him, but but no, he could smoke. It's because it's not like he's putting the fire point to him, and even then, it's so minuscule. It's not going to be like, yes, there's a whole notion of a match. He'd be like, oh, a match, but that's been toned back quite a bit.
Yeah. By the way, what's up, Droga? How you doing, my dude?
Yep. And then again, you're having all this other stuff, going on as he's in line waiting for things and all that. Just again, all the minds, all the memories of first firefights, senior age, as he's remembering all this stuff. It's like, and everything looks normal. Again, everyone feels like you shouldn't have survived this.
Yes.
It makes more sense than him having heat vision. No, okay. There's a well, first of all, here's the other thing. The fire thing, there got a point where it actually got toned back, where it was no longer just the whole, again, a match is all that was needed. Eventually, he was able to control, where obviously there's still a weakness, but it's not like, bro, he's all messed up and everything if it happens.
Which is, I gotta say, pretty cool. Like,
but like yep.
Like, what I was gonna say is him getting injured all the time. Doesn't it feel weird that he'd be getting like he should?
Well, that's why everyone's weirded by.
No, isn't it weird the fact that his bill hasn't risen and nobody's noticed that?
True. But again, it's like for him, everyone is saying, no, you should be dead or you should be in the hospital. You should not have healed this fast. And all the while, okay, I've noticed this operates on 3 levels. First, you have the Martian side trying to figure out how to be a human. It's like asking all of these questions and everything. You have the John side still trying to go about his day and everything. And then you have the human, the rest of the people around on the supporting cast side who are just completely baffled, like, you shouldn't be okay.
And I feel that I feel that it's cool to see like him inhaling the smoke and that's turning into
the memories from because basically it's her mind. The smoke is coming from her mind, and thus he's breathing in the memories.
Now that's cool.
Mm-hmm. The memory of buying the first house with his wife while she was expecting their kid and all that. All these memories are basically balancing out in him.
And then you can see, you can see like different colors of his memories through his life.
No, other people's memories. Other people's memories. Basically, the smoke is the representation of the mind.
Right.
No, Jared. He's remembering the John character with his like remember he's replacing this John Jones guy.
Right.
John Jones basically died and died in the explosion. But yeah, he's trying to balance it all, and it's becoming too much for him. I look around for some place to rest, but Middleton is like an alien planet. Fire hydrants, the arrangement and purpose of roads, my own reflection, all mysterious to me. Basically, he's now being bombarded. Everyone's thoughts, everything is just coming at him. It's like he's finding. Yep. Oh,
by the way,
we find out the villain. That's the human flame.
I've never heard of the human flame before.
Did you ever read Final Crisis?
No.
Okay, he's an old Martian Manhunter villain. He was the one who basically the reason why John died during that was because he wanted him dead, and and basically he was like, "All right, you want him dead? Dead."
Okay, that's
so basically it's one of Martian Manhunter's few actually known villains.
But he's not one of those popular ones, is he?
No.
Okay.
No, he's not a popular one, but he is one that, especially thanks to Grant Morrison utilizing him, is going to remember it again. Of course, he's also remembered for having the fire nipples on his chest. See? That's the joke people make, is all the fire nipples. Oh, and then...
back to the memories.
But here is where, in the book, as they say at the bottom here, you go hold it up and actually, we're the Martian Mind Trooper.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. I can't show it to you, but trust me, you see it. That's how you see it.
Oh, that's
you're able to see it. You're seeing him merge. And yeah, Jared, fire nipples. That's what human flame is known for having. That's the joke. But yeah, that
was a good.
Yeah,
it was definitely a good read, but I would say this was one of the weakest ones for me.
Really? It's very mind trippy.
Yeah, I think the mind trippy basically got to me.
Understandable.
Because, like, don't get me wrong, it feels 1950, which is great. That's a positive thing.
Mm-hmm.
It felt 1950-ish.
I don't know if it's meant to be, though.
It's not. I don't think it's meant to be, but it feels that way, that it's 1950-ish.
Just wanted to look and see if there's anything here. Nope, nothing. Nothing there that's actually meant to be a clue or anything.
I mean, by talking about panels by panels.
Oh yeah, no, I hear you. It's just, again, this whole mind trip. Like I said, I'm curious if it should, because I can see why it's gone up to 12. I can see why, but I also see why it was selected to be 6, and that's the big wondering: can it maintain beyond, the first 6, and if need be, the 12? Also, I will say this is the one book that is so radically different. At the same time, it's like, basically, here's what I feel they need to do. And here's what I hope they do was after the first 6 issues. They need a transition to what is the rest of the Absolute universe. It is too self-contained.
I agree with you there. There needs to be a change, and
or again a transition. Something so it can feel compatible with the rest.
If for some reason, in my mind, it's just too trippy, and
yeah,
it's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna confuse the readers, the audience that's gonna read this book and gonna be like, wait a minute.
It feels like a Vertigo book.
Yeah. So it's like,
so it needs the transition to be more stable.
Yeah, I wish it was in the same vein as Absolute Batman, or maybe even Absolute Superman in terms of the artwork design,
or even Absolute Green Lantern. I know you haven't gotten to that one, but trust me, even that one is more straight.
Oh, we'll be getting to that next week. That's something I want to do next week for sure. Absolute Green Lantern and Absolute. We'll do another Absolute Flash.
Absolute Flash, yeah.
Yeah, that's something I want to do next week.
But like I said, this one is too out there. I mean, I get it. It's very alien. I get it. That's the point.
I gotta say though, I'm very impressed with the fact of how DC's approached this universe, where it's different artwork for each individual character, and they're all unique in their own way, except for Martian Manhunter, where it's kind of a little bit of a letdown, but still can be improved on.
Yeah, very much so.
So, but let us know what you guys thought in the chat. You know, if you're watching this later as a VOD, let us know in the comment section below. What would you rate this comic? What would you, what would you rate the comic issue? And also, what do you think about the dialogue for both comics? Let us know your thoughts on that. Jared has said in the chat, oh, the whole Absolute universe has been so good. Honestly, the concept shouldn't work as well as they do.
Agreed. I'd agree with that. They shouldn't, but they do. But like I said, this is the problem with this one in particular. Would you agree? It's too alien to the rest of the Absolute universe. It's too different. It doesn't feel compatible.
Yeah.
I mean, like all the others feel like they can fit, but here the artwork doesn't fit.
The artwork doesn't fit, and I'm just like,
it's more the artwork than it is the writing.
Yeah, for sure. So, but I think it's very interesting. We covered two books, two different books.
Yeah, Jared's right. Feels more like a Black Label book. It does, or a Vertigo.
Right. It feels two different things, and for some reason, I like it.
Oh, I do like it, but compared to the others, it's just so out there.
Yeah, it's so out there. But honestly, guys, Jared, I know you're in the chat. Let me know what you thought about the comic book issue. What would you rate it? Robert, what would you rate the comic issue?
Another 7, but a lower 7.
I would have to give it a 6.5.
6.5? Yeah, I can see that. I can see it. Like I said, for me, I'm giving a lower 7 to about a higher 6, an upper 6. It's good. Yeah. It's really good, but in comparison to the other ones, yeah, I see Jared said, I give it a 7 because it's kind of confusing, but still fun. Oh, it's very fun.
Yeah, it's still fun for sure. So, like, this is going to be really interesting to see the next issues going forward. Now, we're going up to the 15-minute mark, 15 minutes before we end. Just want to mention this to you guys, though. Next week, we will be covering Absolute Green Lantern, and we'll cover Absolute Flash issue
number 2. Yep.
Yep. Because I feel that I want to jump back into it.
Yep. Like I said, yeah, I agree with that too.
It's like, it's brilliant, and
wait until we get the Green Lantern. Wait until we get the Green Lantern.
Okay, I definitely have to check out Green Lantern because I haven't read that yet, but I'm definitely going to be reading it over the weekend.
It's another drastic change. It's another drastic change.
When I heard about Green Lantern change, I was like, okay, this is a very interesting take that they're going in. It's not the usual Green Lantern characters that we know. Like,
I just realized something. One other issue I have with Martian Manhunter is that all of the others you could tell what was changed. How does it fit the dark side effect? This one doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I cannot determine what is so different that makes it unique to this world.
I don't know. It's
like I said, Flashes and Batman. What if it's rogues are the rich ones and not him? And some of them were his friends. Superman. What if he came to Earth a little bit later? You had all the stuff going on with Kandor and everything. Things are different on Earth. Wonder Woman. What if she was raped by Cersei in hell? You have again Flash. There's no it's basically no legacy. He's having to figure things out for his own. Green Lantern we'll get to, but this one, what's the difference?
I don't see any difference. Like I don't.
Me neither. I don't see how the dark side, the dark side effect is having on this.
I would have rather have them do Absolute Aquaman over Absolute Martian Manhunter.
Agree. I mean,
that would have been an interesting take because you could have done a rougher take, on Absolute on Aquaman and made it a little bit more interesting. For example, he's like Orm, basically a reverse Orm.
Yep.
That would be a cool concept idea that they could have done.
And like I said, I compared this to the Vertigo, but yeah, I mean it's no different than stuff like Shade the Changing Man or the Morrison Doom Patrol. It's so surreal. It's
still brilliant that Scott Snyder came up with this idea that and it's still in the top 10 in the chart list for DC, which is a positive thing. For as DC, readers need some positive news. They don't need the negativity, they need the positivity in life. And I think when it comes down to these books, they bring a positive things, and it's not negative.
The only other thing I can give is the only difference is how the rest of the world is, and the fact that okay, actually we'll get to it whenever we get to the second issue.
Yeah, when we get to the second issue, I promise you guys that it will be interesting to have a conversation.
About
have a conversation about this. But for sure, right now, I gotta say these two books were very interesting to cover, and I wanted to cover them because I think it's important to have conversations about these books, and to have somebody else's perspective as well. That's a fresh take on this. So that's why I brought Robert on for this one.
Yep.
So we're gonna wrap up in a few minutes, but just before we do, just to give you guys a heads up as well, I will be doing a little bit more podcasting, in the next few weeks or whatnot. So stay tuned for that. Now, Robert, where can they find you? What you got coming up on your channel, and also can you let the people know what you do as a content creator?
I do a show called Pro Teaches Noobs where I would have guests on going over a book that they never read, and I either summarize, discuss it, or read it to them and get their reactions about it. I'm coming up on my 550th lesson, which I've decided I'm going to go over Mouse.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep. Eventually when I get to 600, I'm going to do Watchmen.
Now that's gonna be a
big one. Yep. But
a big one, yeah.
But links will be down in the description, and yeah, I've got a bunch in the can so far. Already got things planned out with 𝐂𝐓 going over for an entire week. We're covering Blackest Night.
Yes. And by the way, guys, I will make sure to put Robert's thing because I forgot to put that in this stream.
It's all right.
I will do that after the stream. I'll edit it, put Robert's socials in the description. But yeah, guys, make sure you do go check out Robert Willing on YouTube. Go subscribe to him. He's a great content creator. I would highly recommend checking out his work.
Thank you.
He has very good knowledge on comics, so
yeah,
I'd say that. So guys, I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this stream. It's been an amazing pleasure to have Robert talk about comics with me, and I'm learning new things along having a discussion about these comics. I'm learning new things about like what he's done on other books. So I'm learning new things. So I want to say thank you to Robert. We'll definitely have him on next week. We will do Absolute Green Lantern, and Absolute Flash issue 2. So on that note, guys, make sure you do make sure you like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, because when a video or a live stream that I do, you will be notified. And make sure you guys leave in the comment section below your thoughts on today's stream. Was it positive? Was it bad? I'd like some feedback on that. But until then, have a wonderful morning, a wonderful evening, wonderful afternoon, wherever you are in the world. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Take care.